obviously one of the big topics we've had the last couple of months is modernisation and taking a look at what's been going on around kind of customers moving to cloud or trying to move cloud into their offices. And we've touched on things in the past about modernisation as well. So it's that kind of how are customers approaching it and what technologies fit into those spaces. And I think like two of the main contenders we're having outside of the hyperscalers is looking at VMware services. So we've got that in AWS as well as Azure. Obviously with Azure, there's a few extra options. Microsoft have thrown in a few extra kind of bolts
all
for
the
that.
time.
And then we've also got Azure Stack HCI, so bringing that cloud operations and everything else to the edge of your environment, and being able to use the technologies that underpin Azure where they're needed. I guess, what's your view on the AVS side of things? Like, what customers should be looking at that and kind of what are the benefits here?
It's something that we're going to unwrap soon, isn't it? We've got our webinar coming up, but for me, the AVS solution works when you're in a bit of a pinch. Like, we know we've got some headwinds with VMware right now, and if you find yourself in a license pinch, AVS, that rapid transition away from where you are right now into the cloud without the need to upskill, without the need to change your business processes, without the need to think about compatibility, that immediate rush away from where you are right now is answered. It's turnkey. I don't have to think about what's my hardware lead time, how long is it going to take me to transition to what's next. I can just move.
And that's it. And you've got you have an understanding of what the cost is going to be. That's up front. We know that the hardware that we need is going to cost this much.
Super predictable.
VMware cost is going to be here. We're paying for that whole compute unit rather than the peaks and troughs that we would be with IaaS.
Exactly.
I think one of our colleagues called it right was swing kit for cloud. Being able to move yourself into the cloud, get yourself ready, and then have the breathing space to be able to optimize and maintain and get to where you need to be a bit later on. And I think then we go nicely into HCI is for those customers that are ready to do their modernization work, but not quite ready to start investing heavily into the unpredictable costs that come along with moving to AWS or Azure, and also being able to do that development workload while you move to that. So having that web instance or that container just in your data center or in your office where your devs are able to work. We've now got that uniform platform with this is how we're going to work moving forward. We can use things like Terraform, Bicep to be able to do our AAC pieces, but we can also then start developing our processes to meet what's going to happen as we move. And with the benefits of Arc and everything else, we can bring management of virtual machines, management of instances to the Azure portal. We can do our tagging, we can do everything we want there. And then we can also bring in those legacy pieces of kit as well with Arc and start managing patching, management, config drift, those kind of things quite nicely, but all at an understood cost.
Understood cost, straight from the same portal.
Yeah.
And the flip side to that for me is if I've got a requirement where I need super low latency, I need to put cloud services right at the edge.
It's there. It's great.
But I'm already in cloud. I'd have to change the processes for my engineers.
Exactly.
It's right there. It's turnkey again. I can deploy in the same way that I deploy in cloud, but I'm deploying it on premises.
Yeah. And one of the other use cases I saw the other day, which was really interesting, was the ability to deploy graphics cards at the edge. So being able to put those CUDA cores and be able to do that work where it's needed and not have to pay those cloud costs.
Exactly. I'd have to shift the data to the cloud and then shift it back out. I put my cloud services right at the edge, all that grunt, turn, go.